And how did I get to that last time? Oh, right there it is. Share. Messenger. Alright, we're good to go.
4-yard line.
Good luck to you, sir.
Good luck. And what is it they say in the book series?
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
22-year-old Aaron Rodgers ain't ready for it.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
You see that ball?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again, and that'll be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Dude I played last night in
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you dial him in at varying levels, because if you
Cook strip, the ball's out, and this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there,
it ain't.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more
that was a clear fumble.
What the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure.
That was a clear fumble, though.
In this case, let's just give credit to Will.
What?
Free made a big play.
That's some bullshit. It overturned it. That's some bullshit.
Always happens.
The Vikings now.
That was a. I'm gonna go back and watch that on the fucking stream too, because that was a fucking fumble.
Led to a touchdown. That's a
no, like the good angle won't be available.
Big no-no. Put that in capital letter.
Nowhere to escape.
I can watch it in slow-mo live.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down,
the replay shows a really good angle.
But I can watch it live in slow-mo.
It doesn't matter that when they do the replay, it shows a better camera angle.
Okay, we're not saying I can see it just
I understand what you're saying, but it shows a better camera.
Why the fuck they called that? fucking
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his rhetorical skills were on point.
Here now it's 2nd and 10 again for the 41.
I did hit the button. It didn't do anything.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
O-line?
And forget about finding a lane. He
my
barely
fucking
had time to
battery's
look
low.
up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I wonder how long you can go when it says it's low.
And this is caught by Watkins. And inside the 20.
Are you kidding me? Just fucking traded for the dude.
After the completion, we're going to get a
Welcome to Madden.
He's going to get fucking hurt.
He gets attended to. We'll step aside. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
You probably weren't going to make a lot
And
of
he's brought
sense
down just
anyway,
outside of the 10 at the
Word
11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that
You know
last
how
play.
long
Here's
I've got
2nd
my
and
control
4.
once it says it's low?
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the
Well,
ball
my
because
other
all you're ever
fucking
taught is
is
catch the
control.
football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit.
Shoulder fucking tear for Sammy Watkins. Fuck.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked.
Like, that's
First
some
down.
bullshit. I just traded for the fucking dude, and he's gonna get hurt
I
in the
agree
fucking
with
first
you.
fucking game.
They'll come out in
Agreed.
the pistol.
It is the but that's Madden for you.
Now Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says,
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. Now the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays.
Yeah.
We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Clinton Dix and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Appreciate that. You there, Ding? Hello?
Madden.
Oh.
Just Madden. Madden's feeling
Now
good.
first down carry by Jones.
Oh, man, that was
Tackle
just a
made
tip
there by the
pass.
UCF man,
I mean,
Mike
that happens in the
Hughes.
NFL.
I call that play a success.
Yeah,
A nice
but he
inside
explained to me
run
when
sets
they
up a very manageable
bat the
second
ball
down.
in and
A
it
very
pops out
solid
like
gain on
5
that
yards
play.
ahead of the play. Like,
Happens quite a bit.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain.
I mean, I would understand if he like swatted the ball out, but he literally swatted it into the guy.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on
The
EA
right
Sports.
place at the right time.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's third and one.
That's not who I'm going to throw it to.
Throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Damn
As
it.
tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he did not that
This is a
play.
long field goal. I might not make this.
You're saying that because you want me to.
Nah,
And
I
that
was
one's
kicking the field
not
goal.
going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort,
shit,
but it's
no,
well
man.
short. And this score will stay right
why
where
would I
it
do a fucking
is.
fake field goal?
Charles,
So
54
you were
yards.
1
I'm
yard
surprised
away.
that came up short.
If I was going to
I
go
would
for
agree
it, I
with
came
that
out
one
and fucking
because normally,
promised me that
if he
game.
misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
You know,
And he'll
you may
go
have
down
used
right
that
around the
Madden
47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second
What?
down.
The one
Brandon,
where like they
perfect
take the
defense in this
field goal and
situation
everyone just
would have meant
stops
that
up
there was an
like.
incompletion. They would have picked
No,
it
I
off.
mean, I
Okay, so
can't
they
use
gave
them
up the
that glitch.
completion.
It's just
But I
fucking
really enjoyed
glitches.
watching how the defense stayed in sync,
But
stayed
it's
in great
Madden does it
communication,
every
and as he
time.
dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to
Fucking
each
beat those
defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Good third,
He was
Kirk
looking
Cousins.
for Adam Thielen there, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Yeah, but the only thing I care.
Bailey's kick
The
is
only thing.
good. And they will get themselves on the board
You
here at
almost
14 to 3.
got a roughing
Maybe a little
kicker.
fortunate there. That was leaking a little,
No, I
maybe
would
leaking a
take
lot,
the
but he
kick
got
field, so
it.
that
Yeah, he
would
actually
give
was
me
able
more
to
time to
make
get
it
a pick.
work. How about the body language,
kicked
though,
that
right?
ball
As he
out
watched
again.
that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Still going right now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
Devin
okay,
Funchess.
do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
This is make that
That is incomplete.
Trey
Maybe a
Mack
little
just standing
over-anxious in the
middle of
pocket
field.
there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield. Almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
I didn't hear you. I thought it was my line.
No, it was mine. Unplugged it for a second.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
So
That's
close.
good for 28 yards.
Give him credit. I misflowed that. A good throw, good catch.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones.
Oh my God.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this. But they need just a few inches here on third. And Adams has it complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Clearly
2
right
minutes
now,
remaining in this
time
first
is
half
really
of football.
Nope.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Jones.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense a good chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
All that mattered is what I did
afterwards. With a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
I know what I want to run.
Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Is only worth
and he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he worked this one out to the 27.
No, true. It's very easy to stop.
I can't stop it first.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
We all know what this had to be.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I thought it was a better idea.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass
now we know where this
backwards for 2 yards. Final play of the half.
Stay alive, Kurt.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
No
so we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game.
I have a feeling that ball
gets in there faster, to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
No, Thielen had some green grass.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
There we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I think it all came together there.
You got it
once.
It's just the time
drove
you did.
It with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. It reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Rushing yards, guys, negative.
Did I say run plays? I meant pass. B, you know what I meant.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the carry, it's Cook, and he will score.
I love how you, right after you talked about Dalvin
Cook,
he still has like 8
Cook,
yards.
his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
8 yards.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener, and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Getting close. Guys up 14.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line.
And that, my friend, is how you execute a kickoff on the 50-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. We talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches? Jones hit in the ball zone.
I didn't even realize the ball was
out.
out.
The ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jones. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Here's the thing I hate about screens.
So statistically,
when they're expecting it, they're one of the easier plays.
Time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Cousins now to throw on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a run with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him.
I was right there. He just fucking ran the other direction.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Okay, need to go here. There it is.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. On play action, Cousins.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A huge play there, Cousins to his tight end Rudolph. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Packers 21.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The first carry down for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. Hey, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch the screen.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 2nd down and 4. Rodgers.
Are you kidding me?
The football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Hello? 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 Hello?
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones in the final minute as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Final score now on our NFL scoreboard. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range?
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get him back to right around the 27.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On third down, here's Jones. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go with Jones.
Good game.
Good game.
Okay, there's a
So it's all
possibility
over.
that
A
that
Green
game
Bay
could go
victory,
anyway.
and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.
Yeah.
But the big thing was holding people down,
I have
holding
to
down
go.
their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Green Bay, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes.